Alright everyone, and welcome back to another video. And today we're doing something a little bit different today because we're going to be driving from here in Berlin to Charleroi. This is Fernbus, in case you haven't seen these channel updates slash driving videos before on the channel. Yeah, we're going to be driving from here in Berlin to Charleroi, which is the closest point to Spa. Yeah, not really any closer there. The one place is still yet to find, and apparently you can sell a ticket to Hockenheim, but you can't go there. Yeah, let's just get this thing open. We're also going to be talking about the channel update. That's way too hot, 22 degrees. All of that's sorted. So now we need to get the people. As well, it seems to be yeah, none of that. We don't need the lights on. Yes, we will need the lights at a later date. Suspension, I don't even know if that actually improves anything. Yeah, let's log in. Okay, we're going to log in. We've got loads of stops as well on the way, so like Potsdam, Wolfsburg, Dortmund. We're not going to Basel. We're not going to Switzerland. You need to go to the airport. Although I probably have driven that for length. Wolfsburg, yes. Not all of these are going, of course, to the Belgian Grand Prix. Some people are off to watch Wolfsburg play as well, which is why they're probably on this bus. Dortmund, yes. Charleroi, yes. Somebody's going all the way. Charleroi, a couple of people going all the way. Obviously, we're not going to be stopping in the Netherlands because the bus would be rammed with Max Verstappen fans as well. You know, we're here to provide Germany with fans there. As luggage is far too neat there on that side. We've got the EA livery on as well, which yeah, apparently this is real life. Yeah, nice little sky blue livery there as well. But yes, obviously this game is different. So obviously there's been a lot of talk about F124 coming out, and the fact of the matter is it going to have a new game engine? Well, the game we're watching now was released on Unreal Engine 4 and got an upgrade to Unreal Engine 5, and there's not really been that much of a difference, to be honest. I've noticed, personally speaking, but then of course that's just my PC. It may be able to run then a lot better on higher end PCs, but then of the general public, how many people actually have those higher end PCs? That is the problem with having, you know, you're pricing out that part of the market potentially.
Und herzlich willkommen bei Flixbus. Wir freuen uns, dass ihr an Bord seid und wir gemeinsam unser heutiges Reiseziel ansteuern. Bevor wir richtig in Fahrt kommen, wir danken für eure Aufmerksamkeit und wünschen eine entspannte Fahrt und viel Spaß an Bord bei Flixbus. Hello and welcome to Flixbus. We're glad to have you on board and that we can get you to your now. We can finally set off. Thank you for listening. We hope you have a relaxing journey.
So as we approach Potsdam, yeah, obviously big change for 2024. Something I'm going to be trialing out for this first little bit of 2024 at least. Upload times. Lately, with the fact that we're doing 50% episodes in career mode instead of oh my goodness, we've just been hit from the rear. What on earth you doing, Mr. Van? That's not my fault. You need to get your insurance details out. You'll be paying for the repairs on the back of this bus. Right, anyway, enough about that accident. Yeah, basically, so uploads will be around 7-ish. That's what I want to say. Obviously, there might be some episode videos that come out a little bit later, maybe like 8 o'clock or 8:30 ish. But there won't be any ridiculously late episode videos. Those, if it's going to be ridiculously late, they will now be scheduled for the day after at 7 o'clock, basically. So, yeah, it means that the schedule of days is probably going to change. Compared to what we have now. It probably means that career mode might not make an appearance on a Monday anymore, which it has done pretty much every Monday since 2020. So there are changes. I'm going to see if because the big progress here. I'm almost at 1,000 subs. I'm almost at 1,000 videos. So I'm pretty sure, I'm guaranteed, unless there's a catastrophic failure of some kind, that I'm going to hit both of those targets, and there will be 2 special videos coming which I need to start working on at some point for those milestones. After that, the main target for this year really is trying to increase the amount of watch time. Watch time is crucial for YouTube. It may not make a difference to the viewer, but YouTube loves watch time. So yeah, it's just trying to increase the amount of time average gets watched on videos, basically. The amount of watch hours overall. Yeah, that's the big progress as we check these people in. Yes, we got any bogeys? We're not going to use them. You need to get a boat. Although, well, actually, no, you need to get a train out there. Yeah, Brussels. No, we're not going to Mönchengladbach. We're not going to Hoffenheim either. Goodness grief, lots of bogeys. 3 of them in a row. Okay, yeah, we're going Wolfsburg. Yeah, we're going Brussels, which is, yeah. This is what I was talking about earlier. Look at this. Hoffenheim is there. It's right there, but I can't find it, and it doesn't exist in the map. So I can sell somebody a ticket there, but I can't drive there myself. It's very annoying. TML, if you're watching again, add that to the game as well. Yeah. But obviously at 124, it is going to be probably the biggest thing. And obviously there's a lot of talk about what it's going to bring. Is it going to be the biggest game we've had? That's the thing. That's the thing. If F124 fails to deliver, then I've got to think about where do I take this channel next, because if F124 fails, with a career mode, then we're stuck basically with, there's no chance of the channel growing, and there's been an accident with a taxi, ignore that. Yeah, obviously F124 isn't and F123 aren't the only focuses for this this time up to F124 coming out. The F1 Classic Showcase, mentioned that in last year's video, that is making I've made some progress on that as well. I'm up to F1 2018, so I have a plan to get that finished off by Easter, and then obviously it will just be about editing that series as well. So as soon as it's all recorded, that series will be out in 3 probably quicker episodes as soon as I've edited it. Excuse me. Yeah, obviously F123 driver career mode. Not going to spoil what direction that's going in. I already know where I think this career mode is going to end up. The question is, I want to build the storyline. Because there's not. If I just leave it, then it's just boring. Yeah, it's at the end of the day that's I have to try and make certain things happen. And at the end of the day, I'm still relying on the game because of limitations with the driver transfer mod. I cannot use that because I'm in driver career mode. You can only use that really if you're in my team career mode, because with driver career mode, obviously you move about as well. The AI will move about as well, and the way that it works with the contracts is that it doesn't work. It breaks the game basically, and obviously we don't want to be losing. My career mode is the last thing on the list. Calendar I'm not so fussed about, although I do want to have a custom calendar, which might be a trial at some point. Potentially, we'll have to wait and see about that. That might have to be a trial as well, to see if I can get it to work. But yes, obviously Assetto Corsa 2 is coming out soon. Can't quite remember when it is, but they're pretty sure there's going to be some F1 content on there. We've got Forza Motorsport to finish off on that as well, and then really, by the time that, you know, those series will blend into F1 24 mod. Now, we're not doing a Carimo this year because the Carimo stuff just tailed off, basically. So, yeah, we will be doing one-off challenge videos / race videos, you know, highlighting each of the stuff. I presume Alpine will do in a pink livery as well for the first couple of races, so there'll be a special video on that, like there was on last year. As well, so there'll be some challenges and other stuff as well. If you've got any ideas for challenges, then this is your time to let me know in the comments. Just let me know about anything, actually. This is the great chance. Let me know in the comments below. But yeah, that is pretty much the bulk of it. As I say, up until F1 24 comes out, until we know what F1 24 is going to deliver, it's very hard to plan stuff. You know, we don't even know when if it's going to be have a later release date, if it's going to have an earlier release date. We don't actually really know where we sit really with that. Just got to make sure that, you know, the big problem I have is if it doesn't, you know, if it doesn't deliver, then that could be it for another year. You know, that'll be 3 years in a row where we've had a subpar Carimo, which has obviously led to subpar, below expectation and growth, basically. If the Carimo's good, then I'm projecting that growth will be like 2020 and 2021, hopefully. But obviously, part of that also depends on what happens real life F1. Race Week will be making a return very soon. Obviously, Gunther Steiner, that's going to be a topic next week, I think, on Gunther Steiner and Haas, and some 2024 predictions. So there will be some Race Week and real IRL F1 stuff plotted in. There probably be some, once we've got past the likes of Forza Motorsport, the F1 24 mod, and we'll probably move towards, there might be another Geogasser at some point on the way up to F1 24 as well, and then might be some other stuff. But obviously with the classic showcase needs to be done. You know, it needs to be done. It's been hanging over now as well. Game experiments and fancy liveries. Fancy liveries will be got a couple that we've got to do, and then without that series will be finishing, because I don't really want to have to bring it out for F1 24 mod really, to be doing that at the same time as we've got stuck in some traffic going past an old power station. And the other one is game experiments. Now, game experiments I haven't done quite as much as I wanted to be honest. Yeah, it's sort of like, can I actually get some? It's a bit of a iffy one for views. So yeah, obviously some of them take longer than others to actually put together as well. You know, that series hasn't been out on the channel for a few months now, so the plan is if, oh goodness grief, we're coming out to some roadworks, and surprise ladies and gentlemen, just like in real life, nobody's working on the roadworks. It's so typical. Yeah, this will probably be like this for another 12 months. But yes, with game experiments, there might be a few with F1 24 mod. I have not decided whether or not that's going to happen yet. There'll probably be some, might be some, but obviously the performance is 2023, and even then it's still not realistic performance, because obviously there's a whole load of stuff that hasn't been updated. You know, they really need another performance patch, but they only seem to produce the one each year. We're not going to see any more patches to F1 23, as I mentioned last week. So really, yeah, I can try and do the performance myself, but it's not, at the end of the day, it's not always clear as well where it is. The other thing is we could look to race department for the performance. That is something I might consider, as we got a police stop up as well coming up. But yeah, that might be something I have to look to, is race department. Race department, there's a fantastic modding community, and it might be time that for some... Oh, we've had a crash. Ignore that. It might be time that we use some of those mods in our videos. Obviously, we'll link links to any of them in the comments below. But yeah, maybe some other videos that might come out. But again, for F124, it depends on what the career mode's like. There'll be a driver career mode of some sort as well. We'll try and finish off Breaking Point, but that's probably not going to get good views if I do it as well. F1 Manager, really disappointed with that game. You know, like, you know, it's the racing. You don't want to be racing. You want to try and manage it. Otherwise, your drivers are just going to end up at the back. But that means you can't, you know, be fast forwarding. I'd love there to have a custom calendar and custom races as well, and make a simpler UI as well, because I do feel that the UIs can be a bit clunky sometimes. Maybe have some automatic stuff, but that's just my personal opinions as someone who wants to be a more casual player. It's very hard to be a casual player of F1 Manager sometimes as well. But yes, as the police are fine with us, so we're just going to carry on to Wolfsburg. Yeah, that's pretty much the channel update over. I don't think there's any more racing games that are really coming out that I know of. Obviously, at some point we will be going back on GTA 5, but that'll probably be for Christmas this year. And that is the plan as we arrive in Wolfsburg, which seems to only have a bus stop for a bus station, which is very disappointing. I mean, even Southampton has a designated bus station. You know, that's... I can't decide where these people are. You can get... Hanover, yes, we're going there. Dortmund, yes. Where are the F1 fans? Cologne, yes. Yes, he's going to Brussels. Don't know if he's got the... Goodness grief. Quadruplets. There, Hanover, yeah. You're not all going to the car. Dijon, we're not going there, mate. You need to get on a plane. Brussels, yes. And then we've got, well, Hanover, yes. The teleport. Magdeburg, no, we're not going there. Yeah, more bogies. Well, okay. We'll do a quick save because this game likes to break as well. But yeah. Yeah, obviously the big thing is to try and build as much subscribers, much watch time, and, you know, pray that F124 delivers. If it doesn't deliver, then there are series that I would consider bringing back. One of the series that, you know, like, one of the series I really wanted to bring back was the F1E mod, but it never got many views, and it takes about 4 months to make that series. So that has always been the reason why I haven't done a series like that since, because it always gets poor views. The World Cup mod got curtailed early because of it. You know, and we might do a Euro series as well. We might do a small 3-video or 4-video Euro series as well. But obviously we can't race in Germany, but that might also be something that we try with some mods as we've reached some traffic here as we try and escape Wolfsburg towards Hanover. Yeah, but that's just a potential. I'm not making any promising and making a Euro series because the F1 World mod just failed, and obviously that would be a lot later. Now the question is the Euros are in June, and the question is F1 24 going to come out? And this is the other problem with F1 24. If it's on a new, obviously, if it's on a new engine, the expectation is we will not have the Ego engine for F124, and that means there won't be a new Ego engine. The Ego engine, by the way, it was built by Codemasters. It was last updated in 2015 as well. So there's two options for them. They either go with Unreal Engine, which they used for WRC, although apparently that decision to move to WRC, we got gridlock here, which is not good. It always happens in this game. We need box junctions at this point, really. Yes. But if they could choose to go with Unreal, which is this game, by the way, Fernbus, is made with Unreal Engine 5 now. It was originally Unreal Engine 4. So that would that be the preferred one? Obviously they could just decide not to bother. If the game's going to die, as we take out a couple of lampposts, nothing to see here. Get off, lamppost! Come on, move! You can't come all the way with us to Belgium. You're going to have to stay here in Wolfsburg. There we go. Right. Yes, but obviously, if we excuse me, if it's the Unreal Engine, then that would probably make sense. That's more likely than the other one. The Unreal Engine's got its own editor, but with mods, obviously, any mods that be made on F123 won't be able to transfer to F124 because they're different. So there will be a sort of lapse for modders, which is a problem. That I think will happen. There will be a gap between, because modders, we have to relearn. It'll be different software. We have to learn how to use that. We have to learn how to get the best out of that. There will be some mods that use the cheat engine and not that don't really do that. That probably might be able to be used, but again, that depends on programming stuff. With that, obviously, there's also the Frostbite engine, and I believe there's also a mod editor for that. So the mod editors exist for both the Unreal Engine and also the Frostbite engine. There's FIFA mods as well. Not FIFA FC as it's called now. Yeah, but I'll be interested to see which one they go with as well. Both have limitations. There's not really one which is the right one, which is not the wrong one to use. They could just say, we're not really getting people involved, we might as well just delay until we have a good title fight again. Who knows? We just had redundancies as well, so maybe the people that were working on a new engine or working stuff for a new engine got made redundant. And they're going to stick with the old engine for another year at least. That could be another issue that we have with the F1 game. And as well, yeah, I've pretty much rambled on for about 25 minutes. Didn't mean to ramble on for this long, but there we go. We're in Wolfsburg. We're heading for Dortmund. Dortmund isn't that far away from Wolfsburg. Well, we need to go in this lane. Come on, traffic. Just grief, it's like trying to do a quali lap at Monza. Yeah, there's no... I don't want to say this, but the thought does cross my mind sometimes is if the channel doesn't grow, then why do I bother posting videos? That's something else that comes to mind. And again, I have been watching a few tips to try and do it, and there will be some random videos, some different style videos that probably will. Well, there will be definitely some of those, but obviously I've got a list of a list of those videos, and not all of them will come out basically. So that's why I'm not going to mention those. But yeah, shorts as well. Yeah. Shorts don't really work for my channel. They just don't get any views. So it's, I said that this year we were going to last year we were going to try shorts, and it's not really worked as well. To get in terms of view, we're just going to go through it. Ignore that. Nothing to see there. As well as we're trying to get past this van. Really, we're going left, so we're not going to get past this van. Lights on red. Yeah, we're not. Didn't see the lights were on red there when I was driving, so obviously, yeah, nothing we can avoid going into the back of that van, or minibus rather. But yes, yeah. So think things could be on the up, but they could also not. Longer videos. This is a longer video. You know, obviously the career mode yesterday was half an hour. I don't know how they're going to do. Obviously, yeah, we might make some longer videos, but it's like, do I actually bother with a longer video? And again, F1 Manager would be perfect for a longer video, but they don't get watch time on this channel, and I don't particularly enjoy F1 being a manager. You know, I don't particularly enjoy. Oh, we're not waiting for that. Well, you know, I think I'd probably more enjoy it if it was more like Motorsport Manager. I enjoyed Motorsport Manager because I could do like a quick season of 10 races in it, and I could then there'd be votes on tracks, etc. Interviews. You know, and again, that might be a game that we actually play. There's Gridlock again, Box Junction. Oh, he's disappeared. There we go. Streams, Twitch. Yeah, I do wonder why I bother with Twitch, because nobody watches those streams. Well, very few watch those streams. You know, I've tried to build a community there on Twitch, and nobody watches. So it's like, do I bother? As well as we're now arriving into Dortmund, as well. And then there's one bloke there, waiting. I think our departure's like to there. Oh, there we go. It's just one person going to Brussels. Yeah. Ambitions of going to a Grand Prix is not on my list currently, because Grand Prix are getting more and more expensive. As much as I'd love to go, it's just that for the seat that I can afford, it doesn't warrant me going, and I'll probably end up going by myself, which is, there's nothing more depressing than going into a restaurant and trying to order a table for one. I know it is tragic as well. So yes, that is always the problem when you travel by yourself as well. I have said that I will get to the Festival of Speed, but again, I look at ticket prices for it, and it's just insane the amount. Oh no, we're not coming off. We are. It's never clear on those. The signs as we're stuck behind the Lesco van. Do they even have? I don't think they even have Tesco's in Germany, but there we go. So we're stuck behind a Tesco lorry. Every little helps to overtake him. Is what we need. Yeah, driving in the UK is not like driving in these roads. Basically, this is a lot different. And again, I don't know how realistic this is for Germany. The AI are very erratic, like F123, like Forza Motorsport as well. Their AI is also erratic. I do want to unlock that BRM car still, as well. But obviously, they've got their own engine. We're coming off here because we're going to Cologne as well. I really hope, you know, we've just done the game idea series. I really hope that they do listen. They have listened you know, they do listen, and they do bring the stuff that we mentioned year on year to the F1 game, like DLC tracks, classic cars. There's a whole load of it as well, you know. And I just sometimes feel like, why do I bother making that series, because nothing gets added. You know, Codemasters and I had a disagreement many years ago, and you know, that's why they don't like Where Am I Supposed to Go Kart. Yeah, personally speaking, 2023 was a failure. I'm not gonna lie, it was a failure to build. We you know, the idea was we were going to get easily to, you know, in actual fact 2022, the second half of that was pretty much a failure as well. So, you know, that's 18 months where this channel has failed, in my view, to grow where I want it. And then we're going to have to break because there's traffic. Yeah, obviously I've got some ideas. Oh, we are coming into Cologne, that's why. Again, this would have a central reservation in England. As well, we don't have very many British driving games out. This game hasn't expanded to. Oh, yeah, we've had a collision. You know, it's not exactly where we need to be in this lane. Oh well. As well, I don't drive like this, by the way, in real life. Just so you know. Yeah, I definitely don't drive like this in real life. Obviously, you have a wheel as opposed to a controller, and also you don't have to move the mouse to turn your head to look at mirrors. But the mirror quality, to be fair, one thing that I don't use on the F1 game. Obviously, they've got that in-game mirror, and I always find that the frame rate on that isn't that great. You know, if you look at the frame rate on this, it's actually pretty good, I would say. You know, the detailing it's not like one frame. You know, all the features look pretty good. As well, my graphics card has suffered 4 years worth of games as well. So yeah, it's not. I don't think it's doing too badly. As well. Obviously, I did make some changes in 2023. Upgraded my recording software. I got a new. I bought the Xbox Series X as well, which cost a lot of money. I will say that now. You know, that was pretty much had to save for that to be able to get that. But obviously, I wanted to bring you Forza Motorsport gameplay as well. Yeah. Obviously, it's been a little bit. I've been playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which I have been enjoying that series recently. Obviously, yeah, I don't know what other racing games really out there. For more Phoenix 84, obviously it's just streams and stuff. But yeah, we might be. If F124 like doesn't have a game, then you know there's loads of games out there that are good. As we're coming into Cologne, looks like we're gonna have a nice scenery here as the sun begins to set. As well, there's a big train bridge and a lovely cathedral there as well. Yeah, yeah, nice. And again, one of the issues that you could probably say with the F1 gaming is that the lack of variety out there in games. You know, obviously FIFA's bringing out its own game now because they got rid of the FC series. The FC series is now FIFA's now FC, excuse me, on EA. Yeah, obviously there is that new thing that replaced Pro Evolution Soccer, which is terrible. But obviously, if you want to drive, except for Assetto Corsa, and the problem with Assetto Corsa is it's a wheel game. If you have a controller, you are going to struggle on Assetto Corsa. It's one of the main reasons why I don't hardly have ever done any Assetto Corsa videos, and it's one of my big concerns about heading to Assetto Corsa 2. It might just be the one-off video, to be honest. As well, but yeah, I don't know you know, racing games might not really in the best of places at the moment. Hopefully, you know, 2024 there are some good games that come out. Forza Motorsport wasn't really. I actually enjoy it, but you know, for the years they spent on it, could have been a lot better. We've missed our turning. We've got a proper bus station here in Cologne, as well as the sun does begin to set. This is our final stop, I think, by the way, before we go into well, we've got a quick drive across the Netherlands, which it doesn't really count because that part of the Netherlands doesn't have any cities in the game. And then it will be to Brussels as well. We're going to check, see if there's any people waiting. There's one bloke, and he wants to go. He's going to the Grand Prix. Yeah, but as creators, there's only so much we can do with the career mode series. As well, we're going to get a photo here as well of that cathedral, which is actually quite nice. There's our driver in his terrible green sweater, just like the Sauber livery this year. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, competition on YouTube for F1 stuff is high. There are loads of us out there, and one of the big issues is that the amount of stuff we can do, there is a limitation. You know, there's only 10 teams, and there's career mode, and that's it. Nobody really does F1 World. People do online. It's career mode and online stuff. You're either in one or the other. Obviously, I'm not quick enough to really challenge for online, so I stick to career mode as well. But at the end of the day, a lot of people have been doing driver career mode on F123, which is again because they're fed up with my team. You know, they want to go back to see what driver career mode is like, because they've played my team for the past couple of years and they're bored of the game. And I'm just hoping that, you know, F124, it's a lot better, it's refreshed, so the people that played my team in the past that switched to driver career mode, my slight hope is that they go back to my team, because the less competition I have for driver career mode, which is what happened when F1 2020 and F1 2021, I was pretty much there was very few people that uploaded driver career mode, not like on F1 23 and F1 22, where less people, and obviously less and less people are watching the games because it's the same career mode from a few years ago. So there's only so much I can do. I've tried to make the stories as best as possible I can, but at the end of the day, my time is limited as a YouTuber, and I do wonder if this game is cursed for smaller YouTubers. You know, especially the fact that they haven't reviewed hardly anyone's application to get to be part of the EA Creator Network. I'll say this now: I've applied in 2022 and I'm still waiting to hear back from them. So that is very poor by EA and Codemasters. Very poor. As well. Yeah, I've rattled on enough. We're in Brussels. We're here in Belgium. Yeah, I do hope that Belgium is on the track calendar for years to come. It'd be nice to come here, but the track is a bit out of the way, and it probably means driving. Whereas Zandvoort, you know, Zandvoort is actually ideal because it's not so. It's, you know, there's a good train link to Amsterdam, and Amsterdam, I can actually fly there from Southampton. It's actually it's actually ideal, because where I live on the south coast, you know, Silverstone is it's a good drive to Silverstone. You know, it's probably a 3-4 hour drive potentially, maybe, on slower roads to get to Silverstone. Yeah, so obviously Zandvoort is one, but then obviously you know, it's not the home Grand Prix. You know, Silverstone has a lot more history than Zandvoort, so yeah, Toronto Grand Prix is not on the list for now. Maybe in the future, maybe one day, but as well. Right, we're going to get these final people in. Yes, Brussels, by the way. I don't know if anyone is watching from Belgium. There's people who've glitched inside it. That's it. No bogies. Very much, very good, very good. As well, we're going to get back in the bus. As well, because it's midnight out there. Yeah, Brussels. I'm surprised there wasn't a bigger one out there, but yes, I have rattled on in this video, and I do apologise. But I hope you understand where I'm coming from. I don't want to be wasting my time if I'm not going to get anywhere with this. And I know I'm not going to get big, but it'd be nice to get at least somewhere, someday on this channel. You know, it'd be nice. The idea is that the aim would be is that somebody said, one of the big YouTubers like Tim Marduk, Tom97, even Arav would say, "Oh, I know who he is. I'll watch his videos." You know, that would be the dream, really. But yes, we've got a stupid 30-kilometre speed limit. Don't know why. We're in a 30-kilometre speed limit. It's like a 20 limit. In the UK, we don't see many 20 limits as well, but you do see them about, and you think, why are they a bit pointless? Yeah, okay, we can speed it up to 50 kbh, about 30 miles per hour. So we approach our final destination, as Charleroi. That's probably not how it's pronounced. I do apologise. Yeah, we've got a roundabout as well, or a traffic island as some people call them. So we're going right here. Seems to be a bit of an IKEA down here. Is this the centre of Charleroi or something? Oh, here's a proper bus station. At last, you know, Brussels. Yeah. Yeah, but that, ladies and gentlemen, pretty much is where I'm going to leave this video. As I say, if you've got any suggestions of stuff you want to see, now's the time to let me know in the comments below. As I say, we're going to open all the doors and everything, so the people teleport out on there, and that's night time. Yeah. Is that even doesn't look like we're on the city centre there, but there we go. We get 1700 X2. We didn't run out of fuel, which is good. Yeah, we sold 3 tickets. It's 1,000 kilometres apparently from Belgium, from Berlin to Charleroi, via all those places as well. Did think about going into Luxembourg, but there we go. Resting quality, none % as usual. Compartment lighting, I turned it off actually in the evening. I mean, who wants to be sat awake on a bus with lights? Properties damaged 22. I mean, a couple of those were my fault. A couple of those definitely weren't. But yes, I'm going to leave it there. If you have enjoyed, leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you see plenty more F1 related gameplay, as long as F124 delivers, as I said. Until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care, enjoy your day, and goodbye.